We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for the first ever edition of the Ryan Wall Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University interim head women's soccer coach Ryan Wall. And Ryan, first of all, welcome back to the Wheeling Athletics department. Talk about what it's like for you taking the reins of this women's soccer team.
Yeah, it's exciting. I've been involved with the program on and off for a number of years in terms of the soccer men's and women's programs in general. So when they moved some chairs around at the university, so to speak, I spoke to them about certain things, and just excited to be back on campus and doing what I really enjoy, which is coaching. And this is so far a great group of women's soccer players, and we've had some up and down results, and it's been a good start.
And for you, you're really ingrained in the soccer community here at Wheeling, working with the West Virginia Highlanders over the last couple of summers, now coming to Wheeling. Talk about the soccer landscape here in the Ohio Valley and what you're trying to bring to the team.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I started here as an assistant with the men's program back in 2001, so it's been a while, you know. And I've been in town ever since. I've been working with the youth players in town. I've coached ODP, and I've also, as you said, started the West Virginia Highlanders, which is a men's amateur program. They're essentially college players playing in the summer in a regional league, and that's been a great run for the last 4 years. We're probably going to continue to do that. And I just think it's something which kind of signifies there's a lot of quality in this area on the men's side, but also on the women's side. And I think there's a thirst for players to continue to play, whether it's collegiately or even outside the college seasons. So I've been involved. As you said, the Highlanders, we played here at the campus this summer, which was great. It was kind of a homecoming for me to be able to coach back at the university. But I think, you know, for the men's and women's programs at Wheeling, I think there's a good history with the programs. Coach Regan originally, also Coach Hannah was involved with the programs as well. And there's been so many things, some good things to think about what's happened. But I think we're at a point now where we want to kind of get programs back on track to really be competitive. And that's what I'm looking to hopefully help do.
And through your first couple games as a coach, talk a little bit about your team and what you've seen. You guys have battled some tough competition through these last couple of weeks. Talk about what you've seen from them on the field.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a new coach coming in, I think some of the challenges, you just don't know the players that well. You don't know the players at all in some circumstances. So our initial game, we went and we won 2-1 at D&E. It was a great start. I think I was only a day in the seat in terms of coaching. The players showed us some really great signs, and then we got the back end of two tough results the last couple of games. So I think what we've got with this group, we've got some talented players. And the thing is, you can come into a group and sometimes there just isn't the talent there, but there's some talent here. I think I just need to put a bit of time into it to get my spin on the program in terms of expectations from the players. What kind of things we expect both on the field and off the field, and also try and find where people fit best. You know, sometimes you come in and there's an injury issue too. We've got a number of players that are injured, so we're juggling a few things, and I think we've got 7 games left. So for that, we've just got to make ourselves into a group of players in the field that's hard to beat first, and then we'll see what comes second. I think that's kind of the approach.
And looking at the offensive side, one of the girls who's really stepped up as the latest talent, DiBartolo. She has 3 goals in her last 6 games. Got another goal Sunday against Charleston. Talk about her and kind of what she's been doing to kind of better her game.
Yeah, Tal's one of those. She's quieter, and I mean, listen, I'm only a week into this, so she's one of the quieter ones. But when she gets on the field, she really makes an impact. The goal she scored against Charleston, we were having a bad day as a group, and she just decided from about 25, 30 yards out to smash one in the top corner, which was impressive. But she's another one of the players on the team that's been a real pleasure to work with. Hard worker, puts the time in, you give direction, she takes direction. And that's the kind of players we want, somebody who wants to really, you know, listen, learn, and put an effort in and lead by example. And with her being a senior, I believe it's kind of it's a bittersweet because it'll be one of the players that won't be returning next year.
Currently joined by Wheeling University interim head women's soccer coach Ryan Wall. And Ryan, you have 2 tough matchups this week. You're on the road first today against West Virginia Wesleyan, and then you come back home Sunday. Talk about this week and kind of these 2 matchups that you're heading into.
Yeah, I mean, it's one game at a time. I've got to think about the next game after this one. But the first game I'm focused on is today. We have West Virginia Wesleyan. It's a game that we're looking to get something out of. To be honest, I think we've noticed in this conference there's two or three teams that are really deep, really strong, and they may be out of our reach right now. But there's some teams that we can compete with, and we showed that down in Elkins against D&E. So that's our focus for today against Wesleyan. It's always a tough place to play. I remember this from 20 plus years ago, going down there coaching and also playing. I mean, I'm not old. But it's a place that we can go and get something from, and that's the idea for today. We're going to take a group down, and they've been, we've drilled on certain things, a little bit different in our shape as we approach this game, and we're looking to get something out of this game.
And looking at the playoff race as a whole, right now you guys are sitting third in the MEC North Division, in a good position heading down the stretch. How do you keep your team focused one game at a time, as you said, not kind of looking at the bigger picture?
Yeah, I mean, that's always my approach, whether it's, as a player and as a coach. I think you've really got to just focus on one game, because there's a tendency in coaching to overload players with information all the time. Just give them far too much to think about. Just focus on a number, 4 or 5 different items in terms of associated with that game. And if we get out the other end of the game, then we'll address the next one. So I don't have a problem trying to focus on one game. I think sometimes as a coach, you're just going to remind players, don't worry about where the standings are. Just think about who's next up, and we'll take them on.
And finally, talk about some of your goals for tonight's game. Obviously, West Virginia Wesleyan, a tough matchup, as you said. Talk about some of your goals as a coach and what you're looking for.
Bottom line for me is just put an effort in. Put a heck of an effort on that field. Come off after 90 minutes and know that you really contributed. That's the baseline for every player in the field. We've also discussed technical and tactical aspects that I need each player to work on and try and improve and try and do it through the 90 minutes or the 45 minutes or the 10 minutes or however long they're on that field. Work on those kind of key aspects. If we do those things individually, then collectively good things will happen. I think for us, we've got to go down there as a group and just be hard to beat. And if we do that, I think we have some talent that we can maybe nick a win, maybe a tie. I don't know. We'll see at the end of the day.
Thanks, Ryan. Good luck today. Welcome back, and can't wait to see you out there.
Thank you.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.